One of the things that is challenging is that in some respects all of science is under attack, and that includes evolution. And so one of the things that we do at the Beacon Center is to engage our graduate students and our researchers in getting out into the public and talking about science and talking to communities, communicating both the relevance of science and scientific information and the relevance of evolution to solving everyday problems.
What we're doing is bringing together computer scientists, engineers, and evolutionary biologists to work together on developing ways to study and understand evolution in action. Beacon Center is headquartered at Michigan State University. We have 4 other partner universities: North Carolina A&T State University, University of Texas Austin, University of Washington, and University of Idaho.
So all of our educational materials are developed by our scientists in collaboration with teachers and students. That, I think, is one of the main focuses of Beacon, is to engage students with the process of evolution so that they realize it's not just something that happened in the past, but is something that's ongoing.
Vita Ed is an evolutionary lab bench. Basically, it's a way for you to do experiments on evolving digital organisms that work in a virtual environment in really the same way that natural organisms work. They evolve, the code evolves, they essentially follow Darwin's law. It's really based upon a system that researchers use, biologists, computer scientists, evolutionary biologists, to perform real evolutionary experiments. And like other model systems, it simplifies certain things to allow you to draw conclusions in ways that you can't do otherwise.
It's very easy to use, and it makes things that are very complex very simple.
I think Vita Ed has made me a better scientist because I was better able to hone in my computer skills. So if I'm researching in a lab and they're introducing me to new software programs, I can pick it up a little bit more quickly, understand it a little bit better because of my experience with the Vita Ed.
The thing I think that is cool from a teacher's point of view using this is that it lets their students use essentially the same system that researchers use and have published on. So they could show them something that was published in Nature or Science and say, this was created, this was discovered using the very same program that you're using now. So this is not a toy. This is the real thing. And I think one of the most exciting things for us is to have students come away from that and say, wow, this is the first time I really felt like a scientist.
Data Nuggets are free classroom activities that are designed to bring real data and research into K-12 and undergraduate classrooms. They were co-designed by scientists and teachers, take students through the entire process of science, including reading a short background on a researcher and their study system, and then getting to work with a real data set from that research. They graph and interpret the data and then use the data to support evidence-based claims. They come at a variety of content and graphing difficulty levels, so they allow teachers to build student abilities over time, so they can build students' comfort with different science subject areas and then also build their comfort working with different, more complicated data sets.
I think that it helps them connect some of the skills that they're learning in reading and in science and in math. I also really like that they were real-world problems that scientists are investigating right now, and it helps them see what scientists do in the real world and how they also have to use those skills of math and reading to help them do science work. It makes their learning have more context and more meaning.
Data Nuggets make you more interested in evolution. My favorite part about Data Nuggets is I get to learn cool stuff.
So Darwins Demons is an interactive computer game that engages students using the process of evolution to allow the enemy to evolve to your particular playing scenario.
Our activities and games are really focused around making sure that people see science as something that's attainable and it's something that they can be successful in. So some of our games, they start off with, it's more the gaming perspective, and you're just being competitive and having fun, but you're doing real science. And so this applied science model lifts it off the page. And that's what's really, I think, engaging for a lot of people who didn't see this as their path, to realize that they can do science, they can do it in a way in which it affirms them.
The materials are available on our website, beaconcenter.org. if you go to the education pages, they're links to all of them, and any of the curriculum that we've developed, as well as articles, publications written about the materials we've been developing.
The thing about Beacon, because of its interdisciplinary nature, is that everyone's an expert in something and a novice in something else. You want to create a culture where everyone feels like they are learning from each other and then moving something forward. And the type of work that we're doing in digital evolution turns out to be something that is, in a way, revolutionary for how to do things before we couldn't do before. And that requires a group of people who can think in that kind of way. And for me, that's just been total fun.